Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I tested 6 different Type C IEMs. So the 6 IEMs are firstly the Moondrop Quark 2 and then 7 Herz Salnotes 0 and then Artti R6 and TRN MT4 Pro and Fiio JD1 and Dr Chu DSP variant. Well, in this video, let me share you what are all the unique sounding available on each IEMs and what are all the difference and which one is best, and based on your listening preference you can choose the right one. Now before moving on to the video, now we are entering into a new year, so happy, wonderful and a great year for everyone. So now first IEM we are going to see is that Moondrop Quark 2. So this is almost a budget based IEM. It cost around 1000 to 1300 I think. So in this IEM it's completely a balanced type of sounding, so nothing is overpowered. Whether it's the vocals, it has some good crispiness but not very sharp type of vocals, and at the same time bass has a good amount of bass. What amount of bass needed for that song, so that amount of bass only available on this Moondrop Quark 2. So it's not a bass boosted or warm type of sounding like that. So overall it's a balanced type of sounding. So because of the balanced type of sounding, so the dynamic range is really good on this IEM, and also you will get a detailed type of music experience, so you can able to feel the nuances of sounds. So because nothing is overpowered, the bass is enough and the vocals is also enough, so you can easily able to find out the hidden details in the lower mid-range section. So it's very good for casual, detailed and balanced sounding, and the overall volume on this IEM is not too much high. It has a very good enough amount of volume but not very powerful type of sounding. So if you want this type of sounding, then you can go for Moondrop Quark 2 IEM. And next we are going to see the two IEMs. One is 7 Hertz Salnotes 0 and then Artti R6. So I am sharing the sounding of these two IEMs at the same time because both these IEMs are similar in the sounding. So it has a balanced plus warm type of sounding, so you will get a good amount of bass experience on both these IEMs, and at the same time vocals are really crispy and the overall volume is also very high on both this IEM. But the difference between these two IEMs is in the 7 Hertz Salnotes 0, the bass effect is much more higher and deeper and more warm sense compared to the Artti R6. And one more thing I feel on the 7 Hertz Salnotes 0 is I actually faced some connector issues. In the left IEM, the 0.78mm 2-pin connector is not too tight. It actually comes out easily, so it is not fixed well. So because of this, whenever if I am wearing the IEM, if I move the head or if I slightly touch the IEM also, during that time there is some glitch in the sound. So that is the one thing. So if you are buying newly means, so just to check whether the connector is fixed tightly on the both the IEMs. So in the right IEM it actually fixed well. In the left IEM there is slight loose condition, so that is the one thing. But apart from that, the quality of the sounding is really great. It's the best for balanced plus warm sounding. And the next IEM we are going to see is the TRN MT4 Pro. This one also new launch from the brand, and in this IEM the quality is really good. It comes with the silver plated oxygen free copper cable and fully built on resin material on the IEM shell. The sounding of this IEM is balanced plus bright type of sounding. So in this IEM the vocals is very crystal clear and a sharp type of sounding, and the bass is having that punchier type of bass. So there is a two different types of bass. One is a warm type of bass and then a punchier type of bass. So if you hear the sounding on the 7 Hertz Salnotes 0, this bass experience is based on that warm type of experience. But in the TRN MT4 Pro, it's a punchy type. It's a punchier type of bass. It is also having that powerful effect. Both having a powerful bass effects. But in the 7 Hertz Salnotes 0, there is some warmness in the bass, that smoothness in the bass. But in the MTR4 Pro, the bass has flat type or slight bright type on the bass experience. And similarly, if you hear at a more volumes, then the sounding will be similar to that bright sounding like that. So that is the one thing on the MTR4 Pro compared to the 7 Hertz Salnotes 0 and the Artti R6 IEMs. And the next one is Dr Chu DSP variant. So this IEM is also balanced type of music experience, completely balanced. And the one good thing is that it has some good wide sound stage compared to other IEMs. And one more thing is that for some users it might feel slight bright type of sounding also, because the vocals is more crispier and slightly sharp if you increase the volume to maximum level. So overall it's a balanced plus slight bright type of sounding. and in the bass section it's not a warm type or more punchier like that. So it has a good amount of bass. What the amount of bass required on the song, that amount only you will get. So it has a limited type of bass experience only. So overall it's good for wide type of sounding plus balanced experience. So if you hear at a 50% volume like that, means you will get a good balanced sounding. But if you increase the volume, then you might feel there is some good crispiness or a sharpness in the vocals compared to the lower frequencies. So that is the one thing on this Moondrop Chu DSP. So if you want this type of sounding, then you can go for this IEM. And finally, we are going to see about the Fiio JD1 IEM. In this IEM, you'll get a different type of sounding. Mostly, you'll get that V-shaped of sounding because it actually boosted the treble and as well as the bass as well. The bass has punchier type of bass and it's more powerful, and it's similar to that MTR4 Pro type of bass experience. And the vocals is also more crispier and sharper. But one difference in this Fiio JD1 compared to all other IEMs is the soundstage. It has a closer soundstage. You can able to feel like the vocals is actually near to you or in front of you, not coming from the distance or coming from the top or away from the other instrument like that. So in this IEM, it's a closer soundstage. Apart from this Fiio JD1, all the IEMs we shared in this video, all are having that good wide soundstage, which means vocals actually moved forward or it actually coming from the distance. So you can easily able to differentiate other sounds as well. So the sound separation is good in all other IEMs compared to this Fiio JD1. So in the Fiio JD1, if you hear at a 60-70% volume means, and if you hear any complex type of song like all the frequency of sounds coming at the same time means, during that time the sound separation is not that much good. But if you listen any normal or a classical type of song means, then it's really good. So the vocals clarity is really crispy and sharp. So it's very good for vocals, and the same time bass also very powerful, and the overall volume is also very high. So in that way, if you want a very powerful type of sounding and energetic type of sounding, then you can go for the Fiio JD1. Then apart from that sounding, all these IEMs have a control box, and in there you will get a multi-function button. Using that you can do all the basic functions like a play, pause, next song, previous song, and you can attending and disconnecting the calls. And there is a built-in microphone in all these IEMs. Now let me share you the indoor call recording sample. So I recorded the calls under the fan noise. இப்போ நான் Moondrop Quark 2 அந்த ஐஎம்ல இருந்து கால் பேசிட்டு இருக்கேன். இன்னொரு ஃபேன் கீழே இருக்கேன். இப்போ நான் பேசுறது என்னோட வாய்ஸ் கிளாரிட்டி, வால்யூம் லெவல் அதெல்லாம் எப்படி இருக்கு, பேக்ரவுண்ட் நாய்ஸ் ஹியரபிளா இருக்கா, எப்படி இருக்கு ஓவராலா. அடுத்து இப்போ 7 Herz Salnotes 0 அந்த ஐஎம்ல இருந்து பேசிட்டு இருக்கேன். இப்போ நான் பேசுறது என்னோட வாய்ஸ் கிளாரிட்டி, வால்யூம் லெவல் எப்படி இருக்கு, அண்ட் இப்போ பேக்ரவுண்ட் நாய்ஸ் வந்து உனக்கு எந்த அளவுக்கு கேட்குது, பேக்ரவுண்ட் ஃபேன் நாய்ஸ் கேட்குதா, என்னோட வாய்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்கு, ஓவராலாக எப்படி இருக்கு. இப்போ அடுத்து நான் ஆர்டி R6 அப்படின்ற ஒரு ஐஎம்லேருந்து பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கேன்.
ஓகே.
சேம் அதே இன்டோர் ஃபேன் நாய்ஸில் இருக்கேன். இப்போ நான் பேசுகிறது என்னோட வாய்ஸ் கிளாரிட்டி, வால்யூம் லெவல் எப்படி இருக்குது, அந்த பேக்ரவுண்டில் ஃபேன் நாய்ஸ் கேட்குதா, என் வாய்ஸ் எந்த அளவுக்கு ஒன்று கேட்குது, மொத்தத்தில் எப்படி இருக்குது, டிஸ்டர்பிங்காக இருக்கா. அடுத்து இப்போ நான் TRN MT4 Pro அந்த ஒரு ஐஎம்லேருந்து பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கேன். சேம் அதே ஒரு ஃபேன் நாய்ஸ் கீழே பேசுகிறேன். இப்போ இதில் என்னோட வாய்ஸ் கிளாரிட்டி, வால்யூம் லெவல் எப்படி இருக்குது, பேக்ரவுண்ட் நாய்ஸ் அதெல்லாம் எந்த அளவுக்கு கேட்குது, நான் பேசுகிறது நல்லா கிளாரிட்டி, குவாலிட்டி எல்லாமே இருக்கா. அடுத்து இப்போ நான் Fiio JD1 அந்த ஒரு ஐஎம் இயர்ஃபோன்லேருந்து பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கேன். சேம் அதே ஒரு இன்டோர் ஃபேன் நாய்ஸ் கீழே இருக்கேன். ஃபேன் நாய்ஸ் சத்தம் அதிகமாக தான் இருக்குது. நான் பேசுகிறது எப்படி இருக்குது, என்னோட வாய்ஸ் கிளாரிட்டி, வால்யூம் லெவல் நல்லா இருக்கா, பேக்ரவுண்ட் நாய்ஸ் எந்த அளவுக்கு இருக்குது. ஸோ ஓவராலாக நான் பேசுகிறது எல்லாமே நல்லா கேட்குதா உனக்கு, எப்படி இருக்குது மொத்தத்தில். அடுத்து இப்போ Moondrop Chu DSP வேரியண்ட் அந்த ஒரு ஐஎம் யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். இதில் நான் இப்போ பேசுகிறது எந்த அளவுக்கு உனக்கு நல்லா கேட்குது, பேக்ரவுண்டில் ஃபேன் நாய்ஸ் கேட்குதா, அண்ட் என்னோட வாய்ஸ் கிளாரிட்டி, வால்யூம் லெவல் அதெல்லாம் எப்படி இருக்குது, மொத்தத்தில் நான் பேசுகிறது நல்லா கேட்குதா, பேக்ரவுண்ட் நாய்ஸ் இல்லாமல் இருக்கா, எப்படி இருக்குது. Well, that's it on this video guys. If you like this video, hit the like, subscribe and share, and thanks for watching this video guys.